welcome back. Alright, in this video we're going to work on plugging those samples that we downloaded in the first video. We're going to plug those samples into the program called FPC and link that to the piano roll so you can build drum patterns to play along with and to record music to. So first off, go ahead and go to your sampler, it's right here, and delete everything out of here except for the kick. When you get to the kick, instead of delete, press replace, or just hover over replace, and click FPC. Your FL Studio should come with this. I think even the trial versions come with FPC. But we all know no one uses the trial. Alright. So here's FPC. It is a drum pad. You've got 16 here. And you've also got a second bank that has 16 more. So for a total of 32 pads that you can link into the piano roll to craft drum patterns. Now the one that this comes with is okay. It's not really the best. So what you're going to want to do is go to presets, empty. It'll delete everything out of here and reset all the sliders, all the knobs. So now we're going to drag and drop each of those samples that you downloaded into FPC. So I'm going to go ahead and go with Metal Kit 2 because it's pretty good all the way around. I'm going to put the bass right there. And you can go ahead and follow my lead on this. I've played around with it and I've kind of figured out where each sample is good to go. So there's the kick. The snare goes right there. High tom. Mid tom. Floor tom. Right there. Alright. Now the closed hi-hat goes all the way over here. The open one. Now this pack right here doesn't actually have a china for some reason, so I'm gonna get one out of Erkin Cymbals. Ugh. Ugh. I swear I thought I had better samples than that. Nah, it'll do. Well, this one has a china in it. Yeah, there we go. Alright. I'm gonna do some crashes in here. So we've got kick, snare, and we'll go ahead and throw some ride cymbal. Let's see, the bell can go right there. The regular right there. And that's really all we need, unless you want to get really intricate. Now here's where it kind of gets a little weird. I like to pan the drums as if you were sitting at the drum set. So kick and snare, they can stay centered, but the toms, the high one can go left, the floor can go right, and the middle can stay in the middle. So click on the high one, go right here to the pad pan, it says right up there at the top, and drag it 60% left. Not all the way, but enough to hear it. Now go to the floor tom and drag it 60% right. Make it nice and even. It's the hardest thing to get these things right. There we go. Now if you'll notice, if you click at different points on the pad itself, you'll get a different sound. That's the velocity, and we'll go further into that when we get to the piano roll. It's actually a really useful thing, and it helps a lot if you have multiple samples of the same drum with different strength hits, like someone hitting the snare drum lightly and then a lot heavier. That's where that comes into play. The cymbals I also pan, but since I can only make a 10-minute video, I will leave that out for now. I do make the china all the way right, or not all the way, about 70% right, and then I just do the rest of the crashes by ear. The hi-hats stay in the middle, and the rides go over to the right as well. Now we can go ahead and go to the piano roll. So you can exit out of this. The piano roll is right here in the middle of those buttons. And since you have FPC in the sampler, it's going to go ahead and link to the piano roll here. Just for... Hang on. There we go. Also, real quick, when you finish making your drum pack, you can go up here to the top, save preset as, and then it's just the same as saving a picture. You just name it and press OK. And then when you open up a different project, you can load that same preset in. So now we're in the piano roll, and this is where all of the drum pattern crafting takes place. So I'm just going to create a standard rock beat. Okay. I'll go ahead and make these smaller. We'll put this at 150, the tempo right here. And we're going to start with a crash, and then a closed hi-hat. Now I'm going to hold Control and drag the cursor and select all of it. Now I'm going to hold Shift, making sure that my cursor is a 4-point arrow rather than a 2-point. Hold it, click, and drag, and it's going to duplicate everything you selected. If you want to erase a note, just right-click and drag across it, just like that. So here's our pattern. A little bit slow, so I'm going to boost it up to about 200. Now something sounds a little weird about that. The hi-hat. It's kind of mechanical in that each hit is exactly the same. So much the same way you would play if you were actually playing a drum set, we're going to make every other hi-hat hit a little bit lighter. So right here on the velocity, down here below, I'm going to drag it just a little bit down. And I'm going to go ahead and delete every other one, because now that you have dragged that one down, that's what your cursor is going to draw. And just for flavor, I'm going to add a couple more bass hits. So here we go. And those hi-hats are still a little bit loud, so we're going to pull them down even farther.